Welcome to A Square Maths Academy by A2E2. Today we are going to see how to find the integration of some of the functions by using the standard formulas of integrations or the integrations of standard functions. This one is the second session of indefinite integration, chapter number 3, Mathematics and Statistics, Arts and Science for Standard 12, Maharashtra State of Board as per revised syllabus 2019. So let us solve some of the integrals. Before starting the solution of the integrals, let us take a review some of the standard integrals and some of the identities of logarithm which you are going to use to solve these integrals. First one, integration a raised to x dx is equals to a raised to x upon log of a plus c. Second one, integration x raised to n dx is equals to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, provided that n is not equal to minus 1. Integration of sine of x dx is equals to minus cos of x plus c, constant of integration c. Integration 1 upon x dx is equals to log of mod of x plus c. And integration cosec square x dx is equals to minus cot of x plus c. And one more identity we are going to use, that is integration f of x plus b dx is equals to 1 upon a f of x plus b, constant of integration c. With the help of these identities or these standard formulas of integration which you have studied in the first session, we are going to apply to solve the given examples of integration. First one, example number 1 from the page number 97, integration x cube plus 3 raised to x dx. So solution, given that I is equals to integration x raised to 3 plus 3 raised to x dx. So by the linearity property, this integral can be splitted as integration x cube plus x cube dx plus integration 3 raised to x dx. And by using this formula, x raised to n dx is equals to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. Here n is equals to 3 and 3 raised to x. Here we are supposed to apply this formula. Integration a raised to x dx is equals to a raised to x upon log of a plus c. And the required answer will be the x raised to 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 plus 3 raised to x upon log of 3 plus c. C is the constant of integration. Let us see next example. Page number 98, example number 2, integration sine of x plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon cube root of x dx. So given that I is equals to integration sine of x plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon cube root of x. Cube root of x can be written as x raised to 1 by 3 and cube root can be written as x raised to 1 by 3, and by the law of indices this can be written as x raised to 1 by 3, and hence this can be written as integration sine of x plus 1 upon x plus x raised to 1 by 3 dx. We can separate the integral as the addition of functions is there. So integration sine of x dx plus integration 1 upon x dx plus integration x raised to minus 1 by 3 dx. And their respective integration by using this standard formula series, integration of sine of x is minus cos of x, integration of 1 upon x is log of mod of x, and integration of x raised to minus 1 by 3 is here n is equals to 1 by minus 1 by 3. So that will be x raised to minus 1 by 3 plus 1 upon minus 1 by 3 plus 1 plus cost of integration c. And this one can be written as x raised to minus 1 by 3 plus 1. This one addition will be the 2 by 3 and this addition will be the 2 by 3, and answer extends to minus cos of x plus log of mod of x plus x raised to 2 by 3 upon 2 by 3 plus x. Then by the law of fraction, this can be written as 2 by 3, 1 upon 2 by 3 can be written as 3 by 2, and hence the required answer is minus cos of x plus log of mod of x plus 3 by 2 x raised to 2 by 3 plus cost of integration c. This one is the required answer of the integral of sin of x plus 1 by x plus 1 upon cube root of x dx. Let us see next sum. Page number 98, example number 3. Integration tan of x plus cot of x square dx. Solution given that I is equals to integration tan of x plus cot of x square dx. So as we can't use any formula directly which we have given the integration of standard functions, we are supposed to simplify it by applying the trigonometric formulas. So for that, tan of x can be written as sin of x upon cos of x, and cot of x can be written as cos of x upon sin of x. And hence the integral will be the integration in the bracket sin of x upon cos of x plus cos of x upon sin of x the square dx. Let us add these two fractions. So we are supposed to take the LCM sin of x into cos of x, and you'll get here integration. This sin of x will be multiple to this one and this one will be this one. So this will be a sin integration sin square x plus cos square x upon cos of x into sin of x the square. But sin square x plus cos square x is equals to 1, and hence it will be a 1 upon cos of x into sin of x the square. Let us multiply and divide by 2. So we will get here integration 2 upon 2 sin of x into cos of x the square dx. And you know the trigonometric formula, 2 sin of x into cos of x is equals to sin of 2x. And whatever this 2 square, 4 we can take outside. So in the next step, this can be written as 4 1 upon sin of 2x the square dx. But 1 upon sin of 2x can be written as cosec 2x, and this square will be the cosec square 2x, and that will be a 4 integration cosec square 2x dx. And its integral is, the integration of cosec square x is minus cot of x, but here is not x, here is 2x there. So by using this identity, whatever the multiple of x will go to 1 by 2, and 4 into 1 by 2 is that is minus 2 cot of x plus c. That is the required answer. Now next one, page number 98, example number 4. Integration under root of x plus 1 upon x plus under root of x dx. If you observe here, it is the fraction of x terms. So solution given that I is equals to integration under root of x plus 1 upon x plus under root of x. So if you observe this x can be written as under root of x into under root of x, and from both the terms of the denominator you can take under root of x common and this term common. So this common term from numerator and denominator will get cancelled. So let us proceed in this manner. Here x can be written as under root of x into under root of x. So under root of x outside, 1 under root of x inside, and this under root of x will come outside plus 1. If you observe, under root of x plus 1 and under root of x plus 1 is common from numerator, and denominator will get cancelled, and you will get their integration 1 upon under root of x dx. And to integrate it by the law of indices, this can be written as integration x raised to minus 1 by 2 dx. And this integration by the integration of x raised to n dx is equals to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus b. This one will be the x raised to minus 1 by 2 plus 1 upon minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus constant of integration c. And by the this fraction can be written as x raised to 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2 plus c, and This denominator will go to numerator, and x raised to 1 by 2 is nothing but the under root of 2 under root of x. So 2 under root of x plus c, it's a required value of this integration or integral of this integrand. Next, let us see. And to study the next terms, we need to study some identities. First identity we need, which is the logarithmic identity, which you have studied in Allen standard. Log of x raised to a is equals to a log of x, and this one e raised to log of a is equals to a. Next identity we are going to apply here. Integration x raised to n dx is equals to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, provided that n is not equal to minus 1. Third one, integration 1 upon x dx is equals to log of mod of x plus c. And last one is the identity, integration f of ax plus b dx is equals to 1 upon a, and whatever the integral of this term as it is f of ax plus b plus constant of integration c. So let us see the sum. So first term, integration, it is example number 5, page number 98. Integration e raised to 4 log of x minus e raised to 5 log of x upon x raised to 5 dx. Solution, given that I is equals to integration e raised to 4 log of x minus e raised to 5 log of x upon x raised to 5 dx. Whatever e raised to 4, whatever 4 log of x and 5 log of x can be written as by using this identity, log of x raised to a, that is log of x raised to 4 and log of x raised to 5, and that will be a e raised to log of x raised to 4 minus e raised to log of x raised to 5 upon x raised to 5 dx. So that one will be the equal to integration e raised to log of x raised to 4 minus e raised to log of x raised to 5 upon x raised to 5 dx. And now here in this term and in this term, we are going to use this identity of the logarithm e raised to log of a is equals to a. Here a is x raised to 4 and here a is x raised to 5, and hence given integral will be transferred to integration x raised to 4 minus x raised to 5 upon x raised to 5 dx. So we can separate the fractions here, and this can be written as integration x raised to 4 upon x raised to 5 minus x raised to 5 upon x raised to 5 dx. By the law of indices, this one x raised to 4 upon x raised to 5 is 1 upon x, and x raised to 5 upon x raised to 5 is 1, that is minus 1. And integration of this term is integration of 1 by x is log of mod of x, and integration of 1, that is constant 1, is minus x plus c. C is the constant of integration. This is the required integral of this integration. Now let us see another sum. Sum number 6, page number 98. Integration 2x plus 3 upon 5x minus 1 dx. So solution, given that I is equals to 2x plus 3 upon 5x minus 1. It is the fraction of linear, that is 2x plus 3 upon 5x minus 1. So if you observe, you can't integrate it directly, but you can find the factors such that it will be easier to integrate. So you will divide this term with this term, and you will write it in the form of quotient into divisor up plus remainder, and that will be a, or numerator upon denominator can be written as quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So let us transfer this fraction in this form, where this one is polynomial of degree 1, remainder will be the constant, and you will be able to find the integral of this term. So let us do this one is numerator will be divided by 5x minus 1. So to divide this one, you are supposed to multiply it 2 by 5, so that it will be a 2x minus 2 by 5, because this one 1 into 2 by 5, 5x into 2 by 5 is 2x, so 2x minus 5 by 2. So this one will be a positive, will become negative minus, and 2x will get cancelled, and this one will be the 3 plus 2 pi upon 5, that is 17 upon 5, and that will be in this form. I is equals to, therefore I is equals to integration 2 by 5 plus 17 by 5 upon 5x minus 1 dx. Let us separate the terms. 2 by 5 integration dx plus 17 by 5 is constant, integration 1 upon 5x minus 1 dx, and integration of this term is x, and this one 2 by 17 as it is log of mod of 5x minus 1, and this is by using this identity 1 upon a, here a is equals to 5, 1 upon a and plus c, and if you simplify this will be a 2 by 5, this 5 into 5 25, 17 by 25 log of 5x minus 1 mod of 5x minus 1 plus c. It is the required answer of the integral. Next one, 99, page number 99, sum number 7. Integration 1 upon under root of 3x plus 1 minus under root of 3x minus 5 dx. You observe here is 3x and 3x and subtraction is there. So if you take the square of this one and the square of this one, this term and this term will get vanished and it will be only. So to take the square of this one, we are supposed to use the rationalization, that is multiply numerator and denominator with the conjugate of denominator or opposite side term of the denominator. So let us start. I is equals to integration 1 upon under root of 3x plus 1 minus under root of 3x minus 5, and this can be, as I explained, integration under root of 3x plus 1 plus under root of 3x minus 5 upon this term as it is under root of 3x plus 1 minus under root of 3x minus 5 into conjugate of this term is this one, under root of 3x plus 1 plus under root of 3x minus 5 dx, and this one, this term will be as it is under root of 3x plus 1 plus under root of 3x minus 5, and this one is nothing but a minus b, a plus b, and that its multiplication is a square minus b square, and square of under root of is 3x plus 1 minus 3x minus 5. So these 3x and minus 3x will get cancelled and minus minus will plus, that will be a 6. So integration under root of 3x plus 1 plus under root of 3x minus 5 upon 6 dx. So 1 by 6 integration under root of 3x plus 1 plus under root of 3x minus 5 dx. And now this one term and this one term, it is easy to integrate now. So to integrate it, this is under root of can be written as 3x plus 1 raised to 1 by 2 plus 3x minus 5 raised to 1 by 2. So this integral will be the 1 by 6 integration in the bracket 3x plus 1 raised to 1 by 2 plus 3x minus 5 raised to 1 by 2 dx. And the integration of this term and this term will be the, by using this formula, integration x raised to n, here n is 1 by 2, and by using this identity it will be a 1 by 6, 3x plus 1 raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 1 by 2 plus 1, and here is x is multiple to 3, so that will be a 1 by a, that is 1 by 3 plus 3x minus 5 raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2 plus 1 into 1 by 3 plus 3. 1 by 3 we can take outside, and this one will be the 3 by 2, this one will be a 3 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2, and that will be a, if you simplify it, this whatever the 3 by 2, this 3 by 2 will go to, this 6 is outside, and that one will be the 1 by 27 x plus 3x plus 1 raised to 3 by 2 plus 3x minus 5 raised to 3 by 2 plus c. Like this, we can solve the integrations by using the standard formulas as well as standard identity. It's not the thing you do all the integration formulas and you will be able to solve any type of sum. you should know the basic identities of the calculus as well as logarithm as well as algebra, so that you will be able to solve any type of sum. There are no specific paths to solve the method. You have to choose your own method. In some cases, some of the problems can be solved with the different type of methods. So if any student can solve any type of method or any method, and he can use any method, the marks will be credited as per the norms. It is not necessary you should take up only this method. These all sums which I have solved, most of the sums will carry 2 to 3 marks, but no more, not more than 3 marks. This sum will carry 2 marks up to this one and up to this one. This one will carry 3 marks up to this one, up to this 2 marks, and this one will also carry, this rationalization will carry 1 mark and final formula will carry 1 mark. Like this 2 marks sum will be there. So in the next session, let us going to take the more sums from your prescribed book. We are going to see also unsolved sum which has been given in the prescribed book in the exam point of view as per the Maharashtra Board 12th standard. Thank you. Next session we are going to see more sums. Thank you again. If you like, share and subscribe to keep in touch. If you do have any difficulty, any suggestion, you can post your comment on our channel A Square Maths.